Hey there guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grats. Today we're going to be battling out in the mission battle plan. Every step is forward. So in this mission there's the unique mission parameter, give no ground. If a unit makes a charge move until the end of that turn, add 1 to the number of models that each model in that unit counts as for the purposes of contesting objectives. If a unit retreats until the end of that turn, models in that unit cannot contest objectives. So really important getting that bonus if you're charging, and really got to take that into consideration if you're going to be falling back out of combat to not be contesting those objectives. As you guys can see in the quick outline of the map, there are 4 objectives here and 2 really large deployment zones, but you can't usually fit too much along these edges because you still got to stay 9 away from your opponent's edge there. So only really little things can fit along this skinny edge along the side here, with most of it in your back corners still, mostly because of the restriction there. But battling out on our foresty landscape here today, we've got our big bone dinosaur in the middle here, or monster, whatever it was in this realm beforehand. We've got our realm gates, lots of our objectives, one over here, and then on each side with our big bones breaking up the middle here, and our 4 objectives to fight over. Alright, let's take a look at those armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here, bringing up the Sons of Behemat for our last little hoorah with them before the new edition takes over. Playing my classic kind of list here, as always, my favorite, the Breaker Tribe, going with the Grand Strategy, Slaughter of Sorcery today, and the Triumph of Inspire, but we're probably not getting that today because we are 2,000 points on the nose. And our Fierce Loathing is Idiots with Flags, so getting that bonus against units with commands, or if they're a totem. And for the list today, we've got 4 Gatebreakers. So my general is taking my famous combo of Monstrously Tough and the Amulet of Destiny, just to be extra resilient and a big pain. Anti-magic, we have our Nullstone Adornment with the hand-carved Nullstone icon on our Kraken-looking style of Gatebreaker. And then we have the Gatebreaker with the Great Rekka is our one with the big bone mask and the big backpack on him. And then Gatebreaker with the Amberbone Totem is our ogre-style looking Stonehorn head. He's got the run and charge on him, so can get in there where he wants to. And then, sorry for those that didn't know, the Great Rekka is allowing the one on the far right to, on any unmodified hits of 6, he'll do D3 mortal wounds in addition to his other damage with his flail there. So it could be pretty devastating, and then gives us access to some mortal wounds if there's some high armor or high resiliency somewhere. And those both are fitting into 2 bosses of the stomp to give us those extra artifacts. Let's take a look at Jesse's army.
Hey guys, Jesse bringing here one of my favorite lists to bring. I've got the Kruelboyz out for a spin for their last hurrah before the edition. One of my favorite armies, hoping that they'll get kind of a different, more fun place. Well, not more fun, but a better play style in the new edition, but I always really love boyz, so I always want to use those, so hopefully they'll be great in the new edition as well. But going over the list, I've got the sub-faction Big Yellers so that I can take my boyz as battle line and reinforce them twice. I've also taken the Grand Strategy Slaughter of Sorcery just because I have 2 wizards that always usually end up dying. So it just makes it, if my opponent has it as well, they want to kill my wizards and then we both get it, so we're happy to go do that. I've also taken the Triumph Indomitable, which I'll be getting today. And going over the list, I've got a leader Snatch Boss on Sludge Beast is my general. He's got the command trait Super Sneaky, the mount trait Loudon, and the Amulet of Destiny, so getting that 6-up ward. Taking the 2 Shamans, so the one with the orange will have Choking Mist, and then the one with the green spell will have Sneaky Miasma. For battle line, I've got 2 units of 9 boyz, 2 units of 10 Gut Rippers, 10 Hobgrot Slitters. And then for artillery, I've taken the Beast Skewer Killbow, because I don't think we've actually used it versus Megas, so that'll be really fun to try out. And then I've also taken 2 allies in Boingrot Bounders, just because I find this list its biggest downside is mobility, so just getting something that's a little bit faster and good on the charges. Just really nice to have. So that'll be 1990 points today.
Alright, so here we are after deployment, the Mega Gargants ready to come crashing forward into the Kruleboyz force across the way. My general on the far side, our run and charge in the middle, and then with our Great Rekka and our Nullstone icon in the rear here. And bearing down, we've got lots of Kruleboyz. We've got the Squigs joining in the boyz with the Shaman in the back here, General in the middle, and then the other unit of boyz with the Shaman and the Beast Skewer on the far side with a couple of screens over there. Jesse's already done his dirty tricks. He was able to get 1 bomb, so that has been secretly placed on or can go in a terrain or objective, I believe. And then he's done Covered in Mud and got 3 rolls, so they are on all of his ranged units. Although they're not in cover now, they might be able to move into some cover and take advantage of that so they can't get the rocks thrown onto them.
I do also have Super Sneaky, but I don't think I'll be using it versus Gargants. So.
All right, yeah. Don't want to get too close to those guys. So with that, we were both a 2-drop today, but I won the roll-off to start deployment, so I finished first, and I am going to let Kruleboyz take the first turn. So we'll get into Kruleboyz, turn 1, hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 hero phase for Kruleboyz. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for magical dominance.
Right.
We do have him out of range for sure.
Yes.
He is in range if he heroic willpower, but we're kind of going to see if he does that.
For sure.
We are going to see if we make a primal. I'll reroll
that guy. So we get first. We got 1.
1, okay. And then we're just going to be trying to cast a Mystic Shield from him onto that unit of 5.
Yep, and then that would be my heroic action here, just in case Jesse is cheeky and wants to go for another cast.
So we'll go for it down there. Goes off, no problem.
Gets
we won't throw the primal, just keep it. So I'll give it to just the unit in the front there.
Okay.
And then finally we're just going to give Potion to the Beast Skewer.
And then the other unit of bolts there.
Yep.
Perfect. And then what's your heroic action going to be?
I think we're just going to try to get a command point on the Shaman on that side there.
He does not. Alright, so that's going to be it for Kruleboyz turn 1 hero phase. We'll get into turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, the Squigs hopping up, tagging the objective. Some of the Skewer Boys moving up, but the archers still stay mostly put. And most of everything on the far side, again, just staying put, waiting for the Mega Gargants to come closer so they can react to that. And since the boyz are out of range, just have the 1 Beast Skewer shot going to be coming down. Who's the target going to be?
So he only has range of the front one there.
Alright, well, we'll all out defense.
Alright, so on a 2, but he can reroll a 1. Doesn't get the crit though.
Does wound.
Does wound, so it's -2.
2, so 5 up. Goes through.
How many wounds has he got?
35.
Let me grab some dice here.
Chances are max damage of, because it caps at 12 plus 2, so it'd be 14.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like a maximum.
Oh,
it might
12.
be. We'll double check that just to make sure. But so 10,
Still
20,
always a solid hit.
35. So looking for 5 pluses here. Oh my god. Woo. Alright, so
I think you got
I think I got max, yeah. I had to guess. Pretty close.
Oh, yeah, 11. So there's 11. So see if the plus 2 is max at 12 or if it would exceed.
Yeah, it says maximum damage characteristic of 12.
Okay, so it is just 12 damage to the face of our front with the Great Rekka there.
I'll take it.
That's a solid shot. That's 1/3 of his life. Alright, so that's just going to be it for turn 1 for the Kruleboyz. Did get his battle tactic, and he is scoring 1 and more because we're not on any objectives yet, so that'll be 4 points for Kruleboyz as we get into Megas, turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 hero phase for Megas, our battle tactic is going to be led into the Maelstrom, so getting a battle line and leader unit into combat, so we just have to get one of the Mega Gargants because they are both of those profiles. Into combat this turn, so should be able to get that done with our run and charge Mega, no problem. So for our heroic action, we are just going to try and heal Mr. Mega, who just took a good chunk of damage there, but bravery's not the greatest on these guys. He will just make it and get 3 back.
Nice.
Awesome.
We're just going to try to get a command point on my Shaman back there.
Alright.
He gets it.
Awesome. And then we don't need to roll for primal because I have no casting, so those are just wasted for the battle round. So with that, that's going to be it for the hero phase. We'll get into Megas turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, my general moving up and are using an auto advance 6 on our run and charge. Jesse got a 6-inch redeploy and decided to pivot this way to try and draw us over to this target and the objective more instead of getting at the spear boys there. On the far side, moving up, tagging both objectives, both not nearly in range to charge just yet, but if we get the double turn, they'll be able to close that distance. But they are both eligible to throw some rocks, at least just barely. With the back one can tag the Kruelboyz, and then I think our front one can at least hit the skewer that just gave him a little tickle. So with that, he's not throwing a rock, but we're going to start with my general is going to throw his rock into the squigs back here. So they have a champion, so he's going to be hitting on a 2. And wounds on a 2, and it's Ren 3. I'm assuming you're not all out defensive for a 6-up?
So they do have a 6-up. That is the Mystic Shielded one. I don't know if you wanted to shoot the non-Mystic Shielded one, but...
No, that's fine. Yeah, still going to these ones, so they got a 6-up.
Still goes through.
So that is 4 damage.
Okay, it's going to kill 2 of them.
And then on the far side, so I'm going to throw one into the skewer. Hits on 3. Hits. Wounds on a 2. And it is Ren 3,
Straight
so
through.
it's just 4 damage.
Okay.
And then our far mega is going into the spear boys in the front there. Hits on a 2, because they have a musician, leader of the works, and wounds. So again, Ren 3 for 4 damage, just killing 2 of them. Alright, that's going to be it for our rocks. So then we're just going to go to our charge with our Mr. Run and Charge. See if he can make sure he gets there. He's going to get a 6, which is just enough for him to get there. So it's probably going to end about just here. And then I am going to see if there would have been room for my general possibly. He can get there on a big fat charge roll. And that's not going to be enough. And we're not going to use our last CP on that. So we're just going to be finishing off and see where this guy ends up. Alright, so ending just at the edge of the unit there. I'm going to make sure we do our impacts into the squigs on a 2+. For D6 mortals, so that is 3 mortals, killing one of our squigs there.
I'm going to take a champion, actually.
Yep, so we would lose the -1 because they don't have a musician or banner.
Nope.
So with that, we're just going to pile them in there, and to make sure we get our battle tactic, we got to make sure we stay within 3 of a unit and not totally annihilate everything. So we got to make sure we take that into consideration. Alright, so piling in there, sorry, I forgot to do the mantra section before. I was just going to roar these guys here. Make sure they can't get any all-out defense or anything. So those guys were roared. So piling in. Contemplated doing some split, but if I kill too many of these guys, I might not end and stay within 3 inches of them, especially if Jesse chooses not to then pile in and help me retain my battle tactic, because those guys piling in, if they've taken some losses, probably aren't going to have that much output. So unfortunately, just going to have to go with the overkill and just put everything into these guys here, because don't want to risk those guys being out of range. So going with the flail into these guys, and we are going to spend our last CP on all-out attack just to make sure we finish them off. So hitting on 3s here because they don't have their champion anymore.
Oh, no.
Didn't help here. There's 2 hits and no wounds. Okay. And then we've got our 2 kicks, both hitting, and both will wound at Ren 2.
So 6s. Nope.
Both going through for D3s, so that is 6 damage. So there's 1 with 1 wound left. Can we get him with the death grip? It hits, and it wounds.
Crushed him.
I'm pretty sure, it is Ren 2, so...
Yep.
Crush him.
Yep, just needed
the 1, so that will finish those guys off. But then the Kruelboyz are eligible to pile in. So let's see, Jesse's going to pile in and see how many attacks he can get. Alright, so after piling in, we got 5 of the Kruelboyz going to be stabbing into the Mega, see how much damage they can do. Looking for 4s.
Not too much. Not too much. No 6s.
No 6s.
4s. Eh.
For 4.
Take it.
Ren 1.
Nope.
No Ren. So 4 up.
Hey.
So we'll take 2. And that's going to be it for Mega's turn 1. So we are going to take this objective because he is still worth 20 on this. And then we are going to have all 4 objectives secured, 1 on each for each Mega. And then these guys here just have a bravery check.
Yes.
And that, I think, is going to be a goblin because they are good old goblin bravery.
Bravery 5.
Oh, so just they will lose 2 because they lost 2.
So they'll just keep the Sarge.
Perfect. Then he can do a nice rally if he wants. But with that, that's going to be it for Mega's turn 1. So it is going to be... Oh, I guess... Or what's the bravery?
Oh, yeah.
Spears.
So they are... I think with... Not that we have the models for them because they're the old ones, but I think there's 7 with the banner.
Yeah, because from the starter set when they didn't have banners yet.
Bravery 6. So they could still lose... Because they lost 2, I think?
Yep.
So they're good.
They love it. All right. So back to as we were saying, so that will be 5 points for Megas and 4 points for Kruelboyz as we roll for that turn 2 priority.
Ooh, luckily
Jesse
I win ties.
does win ties. I think he is going to take the priority.
Yep.
And we'll get into Kruleboyz turn 2 hero phase. All right, so turn 2 hero phase for Kruleboyz. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for take that suckers. We just got to do 10 wounds without taking 10 wounds. Obviously going to be probably falling back from there unless we just kill him and shooting, but I doubt that's going to happen. See if we get... Oh, for... yeah, and then for primal? Nope.
None. 1.
Okay, and then for... Heroic, we're just going to do a command point on the green shaman over here, which he does not get.
We're doing best day ever on our most wounded Mega.
Okay.
Because he can see the arrows are going to be coming.
They're going to be flying. Alright, so we're going to be giving potion to the unit in the back there, boyz, so not the Beaskewer.
Yep.
We're going to be giving the potion to them as well.
Yep.
And then for casting, we're just going to try to... I think we're out of range for Mystic Shield there, so we're just going to try and make him have -1 attacks.
Yep.
So it does go off.
Primal or...
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so we'll use our Unbind because he's definitely in range now for moving forward. And he will stop that.
That's alright, and then we're just going to try a Mystic Shield on the boyz there.
Okay. So
Okay.
gets that, no problem.
And then you could
Yeah, I don't. He's not going to be in range of that shaman as well.
Sweet.
It's on our back one here.
And I think that'll be it for my hero phase.
All right. So with that, I guess. Oh yeah, we did our heroic action. So with that, we'll get into Kruleboyz turn 2 movement phase. All right, guys. So end of the movement phase. The Squig falling back. The Spear Boys falling back out of combat with the Mega. Boyz moving up, ready for rapid fire range. And then everybody else staying put, except for the screens moving up slightly to start being those speed bumps and getting the volleys ready to come down into the wounded Mega. So starting off the shooting phase, we're going to be doing the rapid fire first, going into our Mega on the far side here. I feel like at least I should split instead of favor one, so I will give all out defense here, so at least he has something.
Lose all that attack in this one as well.
Got it.
Those are the only ones that aren't hitting on 2s. So now they're hitting on 3s. But we got so many 2s. We do got a couple 6s and 5s though. And then 1 save.
Good thing we all out. Didn't matter.
Alright, so that'll be 8.
And then 10, and then so 16.
Yep. Oof. Not bad, boyz.
That's a good shot.
So now we'll go back to our single fire ones into the injured one there.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s. So it'll be some mortals. And then just 1 save.
Stand up for it, he's got it.
Alright, so we got 3, 4, so
9 mortals there.
Yep.
This takes another 9.
And then we just have the beast skewer into him.
Oh, and there's the 1.
How do you miss the...
Doesn't it get the reroll?
That's only first round.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's alright.
Right.
We did manage to take one out.
Definitely got your battle tactic, though.
100%, yeah.
Right? So, definitely did a bunch more damage because we got 16 wounds, or so they both have 18 wounds taken off of them now. So, both essentially half-life, just over.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely some good shots. Are those Kruelboyz brave enough to be charged? They're staying.
Yeah, because we want to keep our battle tactic.
Yeah. Oh, right. Absolutely. Yeah. So definitely getting that battle tactic. But that is going to be it for objective-wise because Jesse has had to fall back from the objectives just because, again, he has to throw the numbers at it to compete with Megas until they can get brought down. They do get bracketed a bit and then they will lose some numbers, but it's still worth a good chunk.
We just kind of want to make sure we kill these two before we start pushing out, and then we kind of just have to deal with them in waves as they're coming at us. And then,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that, so it'll be 2 points this turn for Kruelboyz, and we'll get into Mega's turn 2 hero phase. Alright, so turn 2 for Mega Gargants. My battle tactic's just going to be intimidate the invaders, because we're now primed to get most of the Megas out of my deployment zone. So we're going to get that one now and out of the way. For heroic action, I'm just going to go for a heal again, I feel, on my run-in charge over here. He is not going to get it.
okay, I'm going to try to get one on my Sludge Draker Beast. Actually, I'll have to go for my Shaman there. No,
It does not.
but we are going to try to get a rally on these because I'm scared. Get 2 back.
I'll get 2 back, perfect.
Good old squiggies.
So that we'll take at least 2 rocks then if I want to clear those guys out of the way to make a run at the Bolt-Boyz around the back.
So you might be better off just bolting them, making them run away.
Exactly. Alright, so with that, we'll get into Mega's turn 2 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, the Megas are primed to come charging in and hopefully close the distance this turn. But we are ready to throw some rocks at those pesky Bolt-Boyz. So with my general and my running charge are both going to throw theirs into the Bolt-Boyz back here. So hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s. So that'll be just
it's -2?
3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just straight through. So that is just 4 dead Bolt because there are 2 wounds apiece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 8 damage. So I'll just kill 4 Bolt-Boyz.
Not the rocks. We should have hit cover, boys.
And then on the far side, again, we're going to do the same thing into the other far Bolt-Boyz from the other 2 Megas on 2s. Oh, we're only going to get 1. And that'll just kill 2 Bolt-Boyz out of that far unit. Alright, so that's going to be it for the rocks. We're going to start some charges, starting with our running charge here. He's going to go 8, which is going to be no problem for him to just kind of get stuck in right in front here, in front of the tree. If we get enough clearance, we might have enough room to pile in towards the Bolt-Boyz, but probably too far of a distance there. So also the general is going to see if he can join in with him. I guess we'll make sure we move it because my impacts, Jesse can make the charge harder for my general, so we'll make sure we do the proper sequence here. So we're going to move him, so just bear with us, guys. Alright, so we did his movement and charge, and it did the impacts real quick just to help speed things up for you guys, but I rolled a 1, so there will be no impacts from the run and charge. So then I'm going to charge with my general here. He needs a pretty high roll. That is going to be a fail. I think I want to use the reroll on him because I would love for him to also get stuck in here. So see if he can change that, and he makes it worse. Alright, so switching over to the far side. So our wounded Mega over here, see where he can end up. So he's going to go 8, and again, he's probably just going to end up around here, make a little more room for his other buddy there. Alright, so Mega ended up wrapping around just a little bit and did his impacts already, and he did 2 mortal wounds, just killing one of the Kruelboyz that was touching his base there in the front. But we are within range, and Jesse's opting to unleash hell with the Beast Skewer.
Come on, Beast Skewer, point blank. 3. Oh,
the
he misses.
-1 makes it a miss. And then charging with last Mega, he is going 7, and he will also make the distance just into the Kruelboyz up
Step
straight
front
ahead.
there.
Yep. And then so his impacts into those guys, hit, oh, wasted the 6, into 1. So 1 mortal wound, just won't be one of them. Alright, and then for some monstrous actions. So we are going to try, he's going to do his primal roar into these guys. So you said they're bravery 6?
Yes, with the banner though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes off their characteristic or the banner.
Gotcha. So I think it is, their characteristics.
Okay.
So
it'd be 5 then.
Oh, okay. No, I think even your modified one, I don't think it's unmodified. So, so bravery 6, so we're rolling 2d6. Trying to get above that, we do not. So we don't scare any of them and blow their heads off. And then going into the far side, we are just going to try a roar and a stomp. So roar goes off, and the stomp goes off for 3 mortals, so kills the wounded and another. And then we are going to be piling in with this guy here first so we can get into range, because otherwise Hobgrots will probably be able to block him from getting near the Beast Skewer. So we're going to pile him in first. Alright, so after piling in, we are in range of the Skewer and then touching bases with the Hobgrots there. So we are going to do there's only one wound left on the V-Skewer, so we are going to put the kicks and the death grip just to be sure we can finish it off, and then the flail into the Hobgrots there. So make sure we do the V-Skewer first. And this guy is, I think we want to use all-out attack because he's not going to get the buff into the V-Skewer. So we will do that on him here. So hitting on 2s.
Good thing you used
Good
it.
thing we used it. And wounds, it is Ren 2.
So I think that's straight through.
For D3, just 2, and we'll finish him. Perfect. Alright, and then the flail into the Hobgrots, so hitting on 3s. All hit, and then he is our Wrecker Flail, so this is D3 mortals in addition, so that's 3 mortals.
Okay.
And then still 5 for possible wound. Oh, we missed 3 of them, but that is 2 going straight through.
Okay.
So that is 8 damage, so that will wipe the squad.
Just more than enough.
And then time for, I'm assuming, the larger unit
Yeah,
is going to be
we'll
piling
go.
in and trying to help maybe bracket this guy again. Alright, so they've all piled in and just about everybody is in range. I think just 2 of the guys are out of range. But they are in range of the Sludge Raker, so they are getting that possible mortal wound buff, and we are going to all-out defense.
Okay. Ooh, got some more mortals. Just we like.
Ooh!
It's going to be 8 mortals.
10 mortals.
Oh, 10 mortals. Beautiful.
That's a really good stab.
They want to avenge their squig brothers. And then just 3
Three
saves.
saves.
No rend.
On 3 ups, let's make these. Oh, felt 2 more, so that's another, so 12 damage.
Nice.
Ow, so he's only got 5 wounds remaining.
Good job, guys.
He got really hurt there. So nothing else is going to be punching him, so to make sure that our Far Mega doesn't take any more damage, he is going to swing and finish off the Far unit. So hitting on 3s with the flail. Wounding on 3s. So for 2, at Ren 3, so that's 8 damage, and that will kill the 4 of them. And just give them the splat. And then we come right back and try it over here again with our Gatebreaker, who's pretty much on his last legs. Yes, he is. He is on his last bracket. Man, they really took it to heart when I said get another bracket off of him. They did 2 brackets. So his flail first on 3s. And 3, so that is 8 damage so far.
I'll just take those guys real quick.
2 kicks, both hit. And both wound, Ren 2.
Okay, so we get, no we don't, we have a
Straight
5
through.
up, yep.
For another 4 damage, getting 2 more. And then his Death Grip misses. Not a monster.
Okay, that hurt. Didn't kill me though.
Didn't wipe those guys out, so that is going to be it for combats this turn. So we are going to get our battle tactic because 3 of my megas are completely out of my, I guess all of them. He's even just over the line here, my general, so they are all out. So we will get our Intimidate the Invaders, and then do you have CP to auto pass?
So we're going to auto pass them,
Okay.
but we have to roll for them and them.
Okay.
So for them, so bravery 6.
And they lost 6, so they have fled.
They said no thank you, and then for them they lost 3. 4, 5, 6, 7.
They only lost 2.
Oh, only 2, sorry. Their bravery 5.
So they'll just lose 1 more.
Okay, we can
Oh,
hit.
on the far, was it that one you were? Yeah, it was this one you were on.
Yeah, 'cause they
would've
lost
had the,
more.
Yeah, they would have had the much harder test there.
Cool.
All right, so that is going to be it for Mega's turn 2. That's going to be another 5 points, so it is going to be 10 points to 6 after 2 as we go to turn 3 priority.
Oh, thank gosh.
Got the 1. So
we're going to keep it going.
all right, we'll get into Kruelboyz, turn 3 hero phase. All right, so turn 3 for Kruelboyz. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be doing another Kruleboyz specific one called Sneak Up. We just have to be within 3 inches of a terrain piece with all our Kruleboy units and not in combat.
All right.
Does not include the squigs, luckily, so if they want to make a charge or do something else, they can.
Perfect.
But for potions, obviously just going to be giving it to each of those units there.
Yep.
For casting, we're going to be trying to make these guys -1 attack again.
Yep.
So I guess I'll roll Primal real quick. Nope.
Nope, no
And then we'll
primals.
just do Heroic Action on him as well, sorry. Yep.
Get the CP, and then I think he's already done Best Day. I think even if we do it, you're definitely going to get 5
just
mortal
from mortal
wounds.
wounds,
So
yeah.
we will try and again just heal buddy over there. And again, he just gets it, and he'll get 2 back.
Okay. So doing the -1 attacks over here does not go off.
All right.
We're going to be trying to do a mystic. Actually, we'll just do an arcane bolt just to do some damage.
Okay.
It does go off.
11. We'll try and stop it with a 12. We do not.
Oh, and we'll just release it for 1 mortal.
All right. So he's got just 4 left. He just needs
And
one
then
good
finally,
volley.
we'll use this to do a cheeky rally.
Yeah, on the unit missing
Yeah.
4 there.
So missing 4 there. See if we can get some 6s. No.
No 6s.
Okay.
All right. So with that, it's going to go into Kruelboyz turn 3 movement phase. All right. So end of the movement phase. Everybody's moving in close, getting right near the terrain. Except Jesse's decided to do something a little more crazy to try and help get his battle tactic. He's going to be trying to charge in and finish them off, and by that, using that charge, make sure everything still ends and finishes within 3 inches of terrain to get that battle tactic. But everybody's primed to finish off the 2 wounded megas. Which boyz unit is going to be shooting first?
So
Jesse?
we're going with this unit there, right point blank.
All right, so we got 6 of them. They did the move. So rapid fire.
Yeah, I gotta save my command point, so I'm not gonna. Ooh, got some 5s at least.
No 6s this time.
And
So
then
that's 4.
4 saves minus. I think it's only 1.
1.
Yep.
And this one are all out because we know that other one's going to get mortal. It did not help
So
at all.
6 there, and then whatever. Or
And
sorry,
then 3 there,
Yeah.
so 9 damage into him. So he's got 25 on him. And then other volley going point blank.
Yeah, we gotta split though a little bit, I think. Because we gotta make sure. So we'll do. We're just gonna do the sergeant and 2 into there,
Okay.
and then we'll do the rest into there.
Okay.
All right. So we got
There's
the mortals.
He is. Let's roll to see where he falls.
Oh yeah, right. 5.
Oh,
5,
5. Oh, keep rolling.
5, 6.
Oh,
Just
there we
push him
go.
away, and he can't hurt other
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. Yeah, he can't hurt other big megas.
And into the other. Not bad.
So getting 3. And then 3 saves.
Yep. -1.
Stand on 4s. Still takes 5 more into him, so he's got 30 on him. He has 5 wounds remaining.
Okay. And then we just have some charges, my good friend. So,
All right.
starting with our Sludge Striker Beast.
Let's see it. 7. That'll get him in there.
Boom. And how many wounds does he have left?
He has 5 wounds remaining.
Well, we got to go with these guys actually, just so that we can get them into terrain. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the boyz definitely they need a decent charge to wrap around. So 6. They will then have their chance to also
Get a pile.
pile in. So definitely make your way
But
within
we
terrain.
will also call the Kruelboyz Wah, so that we can fight with both of them here.
Absolutely. But we're going to be cheeky and possibly ruin Jesse's battle tactic. So what's your monstrous action going to be?
Trying to roar, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That is very cocked. So we will roar us. We are going to try and
Suplex.
suplex him into range
All right.
of our other Mega Gargant here. Let's see if he can do it. He does. So we're going to pick him up. Give him a nice
Suplex.
slam into range of this guy because he's got to finish within half an inch still of the Mega doing the move.
Okay.
And then give him D3 mortal wounds. He'll take 1 mortal wound from that.
Okay. He does have a 6-up ward.
He will take the 1, but then they are still both free. Or now I'm eligible to monstrous action with him, so I will give a roar into your general.
Okay.
Try and make him not as swingy, which he is roared as well.
So I could pile him away to get away from him a little bit to put me in range, but then I'm still going to be in combat, so I'm not going to have battle tactic. So I'm going to swing with him into there.
Okay, general's going into the fresh Mega.
Yeah, we're going to try to do as much damage as possible here. So we will use our odd attack here. So we didn't need a reroll.
He is roared, remember.
Oh yeah, dang
Yeah.
it. So no odd
we
attack.
wanted to stop that.
So let's make sure we get lots of 6s then.
All right.
Alright, so into the healthy Mega. No 6s there, 1 hit. 1 wound, -1.
5 up. Takes
3 damage.
3.
Then the grasping talons. Ooh, so we get. So that'll be
2, so 4
3
mortal.
damage each.
Oh, each?
Because they
nice.
go up +1.
Nice.
And then 3s. And then 3 saves -1.
So back to 5s again. Stops 2.
That's another 2 damage there.
Okay, so he's got 11 on him.
And then the bite, which hits and doesn't wound. And then the tail, which hits and wounds.
Just
And those are
one
-2.
2. So there's 6s.
2 damage each.
Alright, so takes 16 damage.
Not
A
bad.
very good
And
swing.
then I get to pile with these guys.
Yep.
I'm just going to get as many as you can in
Shimmy
range.
around. Yeah, because they're just a 1-inch.
Oh yeah, I guess I have to keep them like this then. So.
Nope, there's 6, so you're fine too.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And we can't
Don't
get our
have to be
battle
within
tactic,
2.
so
I think, yeah, 1 or 2 is going to be out still.
I'll have this one in the back out.
Okay, so 5 of them.
5. 4s. We kind of want 6s, so it'll be 2 mortals.
Yep. 3.
1 mortal. Yeah, so 3. And 1 save. No save.
No, so just 3 mortals there. Not too shabby. So he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Oh no.
Alright, so time for the Megas to swing back. So in his wounded state, he's just going to try and mess up those bolt boys. Give him a nice good volley. So with everything going into there, he will get the bonus because they still have a champion. So 2 hits with the flail. 2 wounds, so that's 8 damage so far.
Okay.
Both kicks hit. And both just the 1 wounds.
Oops.
So Ren 2
So we
still
straight
through for 3 more.
Ah, you got it. Alright, so there's 1 wound left on the.
On start, can the grip hits and wounds.
Alright.
That'll finish.
Push them up.
Alright, and then he's got 16 on him, which did at least bracket him, so we lost 1 of his flail attacks.
Nice.
So that will help, but we will all-out attack to get that +1 to hit on him, because this is our non-roared mega. Oh, if only that was the flail with the mortals. So 4 hits, and only the 2 at Ren 3.
So straight through.
So again, so 8 damage so far.
Okay.
And then the 2 kicks, 1 hits, and wounds at Ren 2
So 6 up.
for 3 damage. And steps 2. And then the grip hits and wounds.
Nope.
It's through. So for D6 for 5 damage. Would that kill him?
I do have my ward saves. I gotta roll real quick.
Okay, yeah. So possibly could kill him.
Yeah, so these are the death grip saves. So I save 1, and then I just gotta roll with these as well. So these 8 saves.
Okay. So he's taken 5 so far. Takes 2 more, so it takes another 6, so he's taken 11. So he is still alive, but he is definitely messed up a bit.
Yep. Very.
Alright, so that's going to be it for Kruelboyz turn 3. And with that, unfortunately, since we suplexed him into the other mega, he is not eligible, or he's still within range of the terrain to help with the battle tactic, but he can't be within combat range. So that will be a failed battle tactic for Jesse, and he doesn't have any objectives, so that will be a scoreless round for Kruleboyz. As we go into Megas, turn 3 hero phase. Alright, so turn 3 for Mega Gargants. Our battle tactic is going to be Colossal Violence, so killing a monster while using the Titanic dual monstrous action and killing it with the monster that does that monstrous action.
We'll do finest hour.
Absolutely.
Let's go, baby.
And then don't need to roll for any primal. And then so what's our heroic action going to be? Yeah, I'll make sure it's best day ever on him to make sure he gets it done. And then we'll get right into, I guess, are you doing rally?
Yeah, I might as well. I think it's the only option I really have, so I'll just see if...
Bolt boys.
I've got... Oh. 2 back.
2 back. Nice. Alright, so with that, we'll get into Mega's turn 3 movement phase. Alright, so in the movement phase, just moving my general because these guys are locked with Jesse's general, and we're going to not throw rocks because we got to kill him to get our battle tactic. So we're going to throw our 1 rock into the boyz, hitting on a 2, wounds on a 2, so that is just 2 dead boyz again.
Stood up, came back down.
And back down. And then we'll see if he can make that 3-inch charge. He absolutely can.
Might have to turn him a bit.
Turn him, make that sword fit. He's going to slap into both units. He's going to use his impacts into the squigs, which hits for 6 mortals, killing the squigs outright.
I'm going to try and roar because I've got the AoE roar, so I can roar both of them.
Are you going to unleash?
Oh, yeah, I guess I have to.
So 5 with the surge. 5.
Let loose, boys! So we've got... and then it'll be a -1, so those will be all misses.
Okay, so just 6 mortals. On his amulet. Doesn't stop any, so he'll take 6. And then monstrous actions, you were going to roar.
So gets to roar both of them for his mount trait.
Oh, okay,
so start with him.
So first one's roared.
And then the other one, no.
Is not roared. So this one will do the Titanic Duel that needs to for the battle tactic.
Okay.
And then how many wounds left? Oh, I can't stop him or anything.
He's only got...
I'm going to try the grapple to give him and essentially bear hug him.
Okay.
So they'll both have fight last. Oops, just the 1 dice. And it goes off, so he and my mega...
Cool.
Sorry, how many wounds left does he have? 4?
Yeah.
Perfect, because this can do D3 mortal as well.
5, I think.
Okay, well, 3 mortals.
Oh, actually, that might kill him.
Hopefully you can make a 6 up.
Yeah, that'll do it. Because he's got 11. He's only got 14, so you only needed the 3.
All right. Well, unfortunately, he bear hugged him too tight to help him, but that's okay. So with that, we'll just then swing into the boyz here.
Okay.
And General finally gets to swing, hitting on 3s.
Ooh, nice.
They all hit, and wounding on 3s. 5 wounds, so that is 20 damage, and they are very dead. That's why he's the general.
Got cleave.
And those will just get cleaved through, and that's going to be it for Mega's turn 3. We're going to fail our battle tactic, but still get our 3, score 1, score 2, score more. So we'll be at 13 to 6 as we roll for turn 4 priority. Ooh. And Jesse would be able to still take it and get a chance to score, but it is the 2 shaman playing duck, dive, dodge with 3 Megas.
Maybe shaman kills one of them.
Yes, he only has 2 wounds left on this one here, but there's 34 wounds left on my general, and there is still
so all it's going to take is rocks.
19 on the other. Yeah, with the rocks they could get it, and we can go for splat still. So with that, that's going to be it for today's battle report. It was a very quick and bloody one, as always, with destruction on destruction violence. But hope you guys really enjoyed this last little hoorah for the Megas and the Kruelboyz for this edition. They will definitely be back in the next edition, and Jesse and I are both super stoked to see what happens to them rules-wise. Not sure what's going to happen with the Megas, what kind of dynamics they're going to get with all the different changes happening, if they're still going to be worth a lot of objectives or back to maybe a more smaller number, but we'll have to see. So many things up in the air to see what will happen with the new edition. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on all things Gaming Grats. And until next time,
have a good one.